Am I the a-hole for expecting my husband to give me the support I asked for during a crisis? My husband Mark, 41 male, and I, Elena, 39 female, have been together for almost 15 years, married for 12. From the beginning, our relationship has been complicated by trust issues. Mark often struggled with jealousy, sometimes accusing me of things completely out of my character, only to later attribute it to his past trauma from an emotionally abusive ex. His default reaction to many of my ideas, suggestions, or opinions is skepticism, if not outright negativity. For years, he even tried to monitor my social media interactions and asked me not to follow certain people. I tolerated this because I knew where it came from, and while it frustrated me, I tried to meet him halfway. Despite that, we've had many periods where we were genuinely happy and supportive of one another. We've faced health scares, financial struggles, and family conflicts, and we've both shown up for each other in difficult times. Without the trust issues, we're actually a very compatible couple. A few months ago, my life was turned upside down. I had been running a small design studio with two of my closest friends here in Denver. Out of nowhere, I discovered they had been siphoning money from the business. It completely shattered me. These were people I trusted for over a decade, and they betrayed me in the most humiliating way. I cut ties immediately, but just hearing their names or being reminded of them put me into a tailspin. I asked Mark to sever contact with them as well, since he occasionally saw them through mutual circles. More than that, I asked him to avoid talking about them around me. It was simply too painful. Instead of agreeing straight away, he argued. He said he wanted to make that decision on his own terms and didn't want to be told how to handle his friendships. I can't describe how crushing that was to hear. At that point, unconditional support was the only thing I needed. It turned into a huge fight. Eventually, I told him that if he didn't back me up on this, I would never be able to forget it. That finally pushed him to agree, and he even apologized afterward. Trying to be proactive, I suggested we come up with a code word. The idea was simple. If I said the word, it meant I needed him to put aside the arguing and just support me, no questions asked. He agreed, said it was a good tool, and promised to respect it. Fast forward a few months. We were on vacation in Santa Fe, and something triggered me. I won't go into details, but it was a moment where I really needed that same unconditional support. I used the code word. Instead of honoring it, Mark kept arguing, insisting that the whole arrangement was unfair and weird. He told me he didn't want to feel like he was being controlled and that he had a right to be his own person. Even in those moments, I completely broke down. It felt like he cared more about preserving his ability to argue than about being there for me when I needed him most. I wasn't asking for this every day. I only ever used the code word once in all the years we'd been together. I've always shown up for him without hesitation. I've supported him in ways that required me to put my own feelings aside, because that's what marriage means to me. So now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole by expecting my husband to give me unconditional support in those rare, crisis-level situations? Or is he failing me by refusing to put his need to stand his ground aside when I'm at my lowest?